What's going on, troops? Welcome to yet another Rock Fills That Rule lesson. I absolutely love doing these. And today we are going to dissect a super cool fill from one of the absolute best drummers from the 80s hard rock scene. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Blotz himself, Bobby the Blotz Blotzer. Also remember, with all of these lessons, there's always a free PDF for you to download. That way you have a clear visual representation of the fill, and you can practice it whenever and wherever you want, even if you don't even have Wi-Fi. I mean, we are going pure organic education here. Well, not really. You're watching this on YouTube. So anyway, just hit the link below, grab that free PDF, and let's get into the lesson. Here we go. This fill comes from the Rat album Detonator on a song called Giving Yourself Away. Bobby plays some amazing drumming throughout this whole record. He's always been one of those drummers that you can tell he just really takes the time to orchestrate and compose his drum parts. His playing always has that perfect blend of supporting the song, but then he still finds a way to inject his really cool personality within some interesting fills and grooves. So he's always had that great balance, and this particular fill and this particular album is a great representation of that. All right, so let's get into it. So this fill that we're gonna check out is at the end of the song, and it's built around a really cool flam pattern. And we're gonna look at a specific sticking that not only makes this fill work, but also opens the door for us to create other variations and ideas of our own. All right, exercise 1, we are gonna break down the hand-foot pattern using only the kick and snare. No orchestrations yet. And it's a pretty simple broken 16th note pattern, but the key here is you got to make sure you're counting out the 16th notes and really following along what's on the page, because there are a couple syncopations and we just really want to make sure that we're respecting those subdivisions. And of course, counting is always our best friend in making that happen. ABC, always be counting. We are counting machines. All right, so let's check out exercise 1.
2, 3, 4.
All right, cool. Now that we got that, let's add the flams. Now these are going to be right-handed flams, and all that means is the left hand is going to get the grace note. That means it plays first. But we're playing power flams. We're playing power flams here with both hands playing at the same dynamic. So all that means is we're basically playing left and then followed with a quick right. All right, and these flams fall on beat 2 and the and of beat 3. All right, now it's time to orchestrate it the way Mr. Blotzer does. So it's pretty simple. We're just going to keep the right hand on the snare the whole time. We've already been doing that. The left hand is really the only limb that's going to move. So after that first flam, we're going to keep that left on tom 1 the whole time until the end. I think on the and of 4 is when we come back down to the snare drum. So primarily it just stays up there on that first tom. And all the flams have this tom-snare orchestration. To make this fill work, and the whole purpose really of this lesson is to explore what does it feel like to play right-handed flam, snare, and tom combination. I should say tom-snare combination, because that's the order. And since they're power flams, we already talked about that, they're played at the same dynamic. We're playing them equally loud. The thing I want you to check out though and explore is really really try to open up the flam a bit and make it just heavy and chunky. We like chunky flams here, but that's how Bobby Blotzer plays it, and that's really what gives this fill a nice personality to it. Okay, so let's check it out.
2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 3,
So what I really like about this fill and this sticking is that we're using a right-handed flam between the tom and the snare. And what this offers is a fun opportunity to use what we call an inverted flam tap sticking. Now, all that means is, and how we're going to do this, all that means is rather than playing the bass drum after those flams, we're just going to play another tom note with our left hand. So essentially, you'll be playing two lefts in a row. The first left is going to be part of the flam, that's the grace note, and then the other is the left that immediately follows it. This can create some really fun opportunities for different sounds and orchestrations. So let's check out kind of our modification here that we're doing on exercise 3, so you can kind of get a feel for this like inverted flam tap sticking.
2, 3, 4.
All right, finally, using this inverted flam tap sticking, it's a really fun way to spice up or thicken out one of our favorite hand-foot combinations. It's the old classic snare, high tom, floor tom, kick drum. We know it, we love it. Now, all we're going to do is just apply that inverted flam tap sticking on the downbeats at the beginning of that. So it's flam and then left. Remember, that's the inverted flam. So tom snare and then tom, floor tom, kick drum.
2, 3, 4.
So like I mentioned, it's a pretty cool way to kind of spice up and give some more personality to these pretty basic standard hand-foot patterns we play all the time. And it's also fun to really just to kind of explore different phrasings or different other hand-foot combinations that are pretty related, somewhat related to this type of thing. And just kind of see what you can come up with, and all the while really kind of trying to integrate that inverted flam tap. This is the secret of practice, by the way. This is always what I'm always preaching to my students, is that anytime you learn some new sticking or new voicing or anything like that, you want to try to combine it with the vocabulary that you already have and start to connect the dots. The sooner you can do that, the sooner it becomes a part of your drumming DNA, and the sooner it just starts flowing out of you. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking to build that instinct that we can get out of our head, right? We can just play and not have to think about everything. So here's a quick little improv of trying to incorporate this flam tap with some other kind of basic hand-foot combinations.
2, 3, 4.
All right, troops, that wraps it up. Hopefully you got some value from this lesson and hopefully picked up a few ideas that you can apply to your own playing in an easy and effective way. If you did get some value, can you please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff? I'd really appreciate it. It goes a long way in helping me and helping this channel. Also, if the spirit moves you, drop a comment below. Let me know what other fills you'd like me to cover. Maybe more from Bobby the Blotzer or any other drummer that inspires you with their fill vocabulary. Thanks again for checking out this lesson. I greatly appreciate it. And until next time, what are we doing? Staying focused and practicing with purpose. We'll see you soon.